my little dragonettes, welcome back. I'm currently sitting in a different location, and of course, the lighting's gonna have to be what the lighting is. So, you're gonna get yellow ash today. So, today I'm going over two two sets of books, mostly because this one is a direct sequel to these. They are comics. It is the complete collection of the comics, and they are direct sequels to the Dark Crystal movie. Now, I have never seen the Dark Crystal movie until I picked these up, because I was like, okay, do I need to see the movie to read the stories? Yes and no. The stories themselves are standalone. You do not need to have seen the movies. It does help though, because yes, there are characters, like the characters from the movies, and some of the stuff that they talk about from the movies happen in specifically mostly this one, but you need to read this one to understand what's going on in this one. So, but again, the movie, you really don't need the movie. I recommend it though. I recommend the movie. The movie's really good. Why do they not have puppets? CGI is cheaper, I know, but it just cannot replace practical. And here's the thing, the movie is free on YouTube. Go and watch it. I will link it. I will link the movie down below. Go and watch it. It's actually not a very long movie. It is free on YouTube. Yes, you have to sit through ads, whatever. It is free. Go and watch it. Or up here, again, either way. Watch the movie. As for the books, this one you really, again, kind of don't need it. I don't know why these two are on the cover, because they really don't. Oh no, they do. They do wake up. I'm confusing things. Whoops. No, you need to have watched the movie for this one. You need to have read this to understand this one. Wow. I have completely confused the two. Either way, so what happens in this one is, apparently underneath the land that the Gelflings live on is a whole different society that they rely on the reflection of the Dark Crystal to survive. And they are essentially, basically living flames. And they are called firelings, which are what we learn what they are in this book, but I'll say it now, and I will kind of spoil a few things. Firelings are basically the Gelflings that have left the top of the land to basically live and survive in the center of their planet, or their star, or whatever they call it. I was wondering why I had a bookmark in here. So, completely unrelated to the story that's in the book, but, one of their I call them chapters, but one of the little things to mark off, like, you've finished one single issue, now this is the second one. This is, I think, the character from the comic Monstress, which I do want to read. I will eventually read and get back to that one. I read a few of the books, but it's good art too. This is obviously, like, the cover arts are not the same as the art inside, but I mean, this is a kind of a quick look of what the artwork looks like. I really do enjoy it. I mean, it's a good story. I really enjoy the characters. If I can find a decent... Like, there's your main character. There's the girl on the cover. Obviously, she'll change her design. Like, she starts wearing pants later on in the comic as they go on their adventure. But it's just okay. So going back to the plot of the story, she needs to. Her people are dying because the shadow of the dark crystal, the shadow of the crystal that they used to survive, is, or not the shadow, but the sliver of the crystal that they used to survive is gone. It's missing. We learn what happens. We learn why it's happened, and so she breaks the crystal to get a shard to bring even just the shard back. But breaking the crystal, well, what happened when if you've seen the movie, what happens when the crystal breaks? The Skeksis come back, and yes, they have to go. The Not these two, because they're old. That this one right here and her have to find a way to go back to the center of the planet, find a way to save her people, and all the while technically running away from these two because everybody thinks that he is a traitor and is because he is siding with her and she broke the crystal and brought the Skeksis back. Obviously, it's a happy ending because otherwise, if it wasn't a happy ending, we wouldn't have series number 2. Which, let me see if I can looking at the plot of this one. Oh yeah, so again, there's death. He dies. He sacrifices himself, much like she did in the movie, and the crystal brings him back to life. But the crystal obviously changed him just as much as the crystal changed her. They play more into what happened. Like at the end of the movie, she just comes back up to life. There's not really much in terms of why things have changed, but he is kind of physically changed because he's been brought back through the crystal, and he has the power to draw out the evil of the people. Why do I have this one? Oh, okay, yeah, I saved this because I play a bard in D&D and this is a song. I was thinking maybe I can incorporate it into my my D&D character. But this is actually like 2 adventures in one because he has to figure out he has to basically learn to love himself and learn to accept who he is, while she has to again also save her people again, but also to reunite her people, because when the shadow of the dark crystal, when the sliver of the dark crystal disappeared, a lot more people died than she had come to, like she had known. Like she only knew a small group of people, a small group of her people that lived in like the central, quote unquote, I'm going to call it the capital for lack of a better term. She didn't even realize that there were whole villages in the surrounding areas, and they all died out because of the lack of the crystal. So it's two um, two separate journeys, and that this one does kind of tell the story of how the filings became the filings. And again, but I honestly, yes, I do recommend them. Again, the artwork is amazing. This one is a little more confusing. There's a lot more going on. I don't quite understand, like, I don't really quite understand his reasoning for going on the journey. Hers is completely understandable. Like, I do understand. Him, not so much, but it really didn't distract from the story. But I do agree, I do think that his story was probably the weaker of the two. But again, I would recommend them. I would also recommend, yes, watching the movie first. So it's movie The Power of the Dark Crystal, and then Beneath the Dark Crystal. So I would that is the order of reading. Both of them together, both of them on their own are like 4.5, 4.75. They're very good. This one's more 0.5 just because I think the story is weaker. But if you like the Dark Crystal, or if you're just kind of curious about the universe, they're good reads. And yeah, they come in, you can obviously probably find them in individual, but they come in, hardcover collected editions or the full complete collections. So yep, that is it for that video. Thank you for letting me ramble. Have a great day. See you in the next time I open the pages. Oh, I still need to workshop my ending, but so see you see you next time I open the pages. See you next time between the pages. Next time you enter the bookstore or the library. I'll get to it eventually. I'll nail one down. Anyways, take care.